high-low yoga. So right leg forward, we're going to start with our high intensity, 20 seconds on. 3 deep breaths, here we go. Right leg stays pointed, bound up. So just pull that knee up if you can add a hop. Make sure you're landing soft on that foot. Good. Keep right leg forward. We're going to do pyramid. Inhale, exhale, round the back. Grab the weight. Next is the low one. So you're going to squat down low. Lift it up. Keeping the weight shoulder width, chest lifted. Good. Straddle forward fold. Next high one. Left leg forward. Back to down. Here we go. Good. Left leg forward. Take it down, pyramid. Square off the hips. Grabbing those weights again. You can go heavier if you want. Feet are going to be shoulder width apart. Straight leg deadlift. So on the straight leg, you're still bending those knees. Don't arch the back. I'll show form breakdown next. Good. Alright, take it down. We got a few extra today because I have happy baby, dead dog. Then come up to a seated position. Roman twist. So lean back slightly, feet on the ground, chest lifted. Twist. If you want to, you can lift those legs, make it harder. Still keeping chest lifted. Seated forward fold. Inhale, exhale, round the back. We're going to work the lower abs this time. Hands next to your side if you need more support under those hips. Right foot over left. Drop it. Switch at the top. Make sure the lower back stays glued to the mat. If you can't go down this far, that's fine. You're just controlling those abs. Pull it up. Those are your exercises. I'm going to break it down for you. Join me for the breakdown. We're back for the breakdown. I'm going to show you your exercises, the high-low, and the yoga part of it. First up was those bounds. Your right leg is going to be forward. You're almost in a stretch lunge, so you're reaching that leg back. You can add a dip if you want to make it more intense, or keep it up high. Modification for this one would just be taking left arm up, right arm drives up as you drive the left knee up. So just right here, no hop. If you can, add a little hop to it. That gives that high intensity, cranks up the heart rate. Your next one was a pyramid, so your right foot facing forward, left foot slightly turned out. You don't want it completely out. You just want it slightly. Square off the hips, reach forward, and then exhale, slowly start to round the back. If you're pretty flexible here and you can get your hands to touch the ground, that's fine. If you need to modify it, just gently Press on the shin or bend the knee if you feel like it's going to lock out. And just hold here. It's a great stretch for those hamstrings. Great for leg day. Next up was our weights. I'm using 210s today. Again, heavier to make it more intense, lower to make less intense. You want form first, then you want the weight to increase, and then you can increase the speed for a little bit more high intensity. I recommend going heavier, do it slow, and you'll still feel the heart rate getting up, and plus you'll build those muscles up a little faster. Get more toned and lean muscles. So those weights, I'm resting them on my shoulder. Elbows, try to keep them up. Chest lifted. You're going to sink into the heels, squat down. Try to pull that belly button in and push through the heels as you squeeze your glutes at the top. Take it down and up. Again, you don't want your knees to go forward. Squats are very important. Sometimes I'll have clients put a chair behind them and just have them sit back on the chair. If you have a fear of falling backwards, that's a great way. You can just grab a chair and do them that way, with your weights or without your weights. Again, whatever level you're at, just please keep good form. Knees are awesome and you want to keep them intact. Same with the lower back. You don't want to mess anything up. So your next up was a straddle forward fold, just straddling your mat, or take it over shoulder width apart, just round. Again, you can just dangle here wherever you're at. Don't overstretch. Just kind of ease into it with your breath. Exhale, you always want to move into the stretch a little bit more. Next up was your high intensity left leg bounce. Again, right arm goes up first, then pull it in. If you can, add that hop. And again, you're landing soft. You don't want to slam down. Again, preserving your knees back, joints, everything like that is critical. You really want to take care of all those things while you're exercising. So square off those hips. We're back into our pyramid for the yoga stretch. Exhale, take it down, round out the back if you can. Or again, take it a little less. Those are your yoga stretches. Next up was a low one after a high intensity. It's going to be straight leg deadlift. So your feet are going to be about hip width apart. You can take it a little wider if you're comfortable there. And I'm going to turn so you can see you're hinging at the hips. Really imagine your hips are like a door hinge and you're just opening and closing them right here. Keeping the weights as close to your legs as possible. And again, I kind of showed in the exercise, don't round out. The key is not to touch the ground, not to touch the ground on this. You really just want to feel a good stretch in those hamstrings, pushing those hips back, weight in the heels. Again, keeping a straight back. And then slowly swing it back up, squeeze the glutes at the top, pushing the hips forward without arching the back. You don't want to put any extra torque into any of those joints that aren't necessary. It's not really doing you any good. It's actually breaking it down more for you. So you want to watch the back. Keep those abs drawn in. They're really critical in everything you do. So we're going to roll it on down. The next one was happy baby, or if you're pretty exhausted, I call it dead bug. Because you just hang out here, you're grabbing to the balls of your feet from the inside and just gently pulling the knees towards your armpits. Great yoga stretch, hip opener, great one. Roll it up, you're going to grab your weight. Again, if you're not at a level where you can do it with weights, you can keep your hands at your heart center and just twist those elbows. So this is going to be a modification. If you feel any tension in the lower back, that just means sit up straight. And then once you get more stable, more ab control, you can take it back, add the weight, but you really want to keep that chest lifted. Another level I showed is lifting the feet, but again, you don't want to round, you don't want any of this. Yes, your abs are working, but you're putting a lot of stress in that back. So, feet extended forward, seated forward fold was our next one. Exhale, round, just relax. Again, reaching for your toes, but the goal isn't to just get to the stretch. It's to ease into it. So if this week you're just at your shins, just take it inch by inch, and the more flexible you get, the more you can relax into it. It's not, you don't want to pull yourself into any position. Next up was those lower ab ones. I kind of explained it in the video. Your hands go under your tailbone, kind of create a base. Your right foot over the left, you're dropping it down. lift it up. If you have over tight hamstrings and you want to bend your knees a little and you're able to move into the pose a little bit deeper or the exercise, then that's totally fine. If you can, hands by your side, really control those abs, pull your belly button in and lift it up. That's going to make it harder, but again, you don't want any arching in that lower back or any pressure in the lower back. Your abs are really trying to take over all the work. So, those are our breakdowns. It's a leg ab. I did again a 20-20. Seems to be a good split. Again, to make it more intense, you can do 30 of the exercise, 20 of the stretch, and kind of the flow of it was high intensity, low, until we get to abs, and then abs we kind of keep it at a consistent basis. You want to, whenever you're adding weight, slow it down just a little, and then always increase as you build up. Progression is key. You don't want any injuries. So there's your leg and ab workout. Thank you for joining me, and stay tuned for next week. Bye. Hey, bonus video here. I forgot to mention that you want to do that 3 to 4 times. Again, it's 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. If you can make it more intense, do 30 seconds on, 20 seconds off, or 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. And by off, I mean the yoga stretch is the active recovery time. Again, critical, I talk about this a lot, the breathing into the stretches is really key. Another thing I wanted to emphasize on, I hit base a lot today, on joint health. So a lot with legs, you want to preserve those knees, you want to preserve your back, you want to, even in shoulder days, push, pull, preserve your shoulders. Your joints are very important. So keeping form in mind always, and then again, increase the intensity and increase the weight. One or the other, if you can. You want to get to that heavy breathing, but you want to do it in a safe way. So just enjoy the exercises, push yourself, but listen to your body. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week.